and you are watching Headlines Today.
67 lives have been lost. The question is, who is to blame? Will someone stand up, accept responsibility, promise to set things right? Or will we continue to see this ugly passing the buck between political parties and authorities that we've seen all through the day today? Joining us on the show this evening, Dr. A.K. Walia, the Finance Minister of the Delhi government. With us in the studio, Vijinder Gupta, Delhi Pradesh BJP chief and former chairperson of the Standing Committee of the MCD, and a body that's come in for a lot of flack for being responsible for these deaths. With us also is Sanjay Kaul, president of People's Action, a body of RWAs, also a spokesperson of the BJP. We've also got with us Professor Romel Mehta, a professor of landscape architecture, the School of Planning and Architecture. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us.
These are zonal flaws, actually. And you have to understand that the government over the last 10-15 years, if you noticed, has become a land shark. And with the result that the more it occupies, the more it wants to basically manipulate. Similarly, when you talk about an unauthorized colony, the MCT does not deal in unauthorized colonies in the first place. So how it came about is the real question to ask Dr. Walia. Why have these vote ranching going on in East Delhi for such a long time? You use the word. It's a ghetto, East Delhi, largely. And no amount of CWG spending on fancy little roads is going to solve the problem. The truth is,
in these colonies.
He's not answering my question. The question is, why do unauthorized colonies come up in the first place? If they had not come up, there was no question of regularizing it. I am saying this is a traditional Congress methodology. Large swaths of East Delhi were actually formed like this. These are vote, and that is why the Congress maintains. The councillor is a congressperson, the MLA is a congressperson, the MP is a congressperson, and they have no responsibility.
No, but he's supervising these constructions once they've come up, and ensuring that there is no illegal activity taking place belongs to the BJP, which is run by your party.
With all fairness, you do realize that no amount of influence outside of the local councillor, the MLA and the MP can let anything happen with the MCD. Please understand, this is part of the same process.
Professor, I want to understand.
There is a bigger question to ask here, and I think I would like to add on to what you're saying. The question that you really want to ask is this person under the protection of Dr. Walia and the Congress party? That is the question we want answered.
BJP, and the fact is the BJP run MCD is not doing its job properly, sir.
We have to, the problem is that you want to rush this fast, but the problem is you have to understand, and you did actually hint at that. The organization of the MCD is not as if the BJP runs it. Please understand, constitutionally it's basically a central activity. Do remember that. And each person, each employee of the MCD is influenced by the local councillor, the MLA and the MP, not by some body somewhere else, Please understand, this has to be brought to the notice of your viewers, because this easy way of trying to solve the problem and getting out with it, saying it's not my problem, it's somebody else's problem, is not going to work. We're talking about people dying. Why doesn't he go and tell their people, their relatives that, it's okay, it's not the MCD responsible, I'm not responsible. Is this the thing to talk about now? Or to use this, as Mr. Mehta was saying, to opportunity to actually review exactly what's going on, or as the LG has done today, to actually have a vulnerability check. Please ensure this does never happen again.
Oh, absolutely. This must not happen. Thank you very much, Sanjay Kaul. Professor Romel Mehta, thank you very much for joining me on Center Stage tonight. News continues on the other side.
Global. It's not something you just add.
This is the TV Today Network, and you are watching Headlines Today.